And I'm back. What's going on, everybody? It's Alan Thomas, aka Shado Assassins, and it's December. Is it December 3rd right now? As you can see, I'm still working on Infinite Uppercut. Um, I wanted to be done with Uppercut by now. Obviously, that's not the case. Having actually mapped out my storyboard to the month of December, I've come to figure out that that's very weird. Okay. I've come to figure out that if I was to get a page of Uppercut done every day for the remainder of December, I would be 1 day shy. Yeah, every remaining page of Infinite Uppercut done starting from the 1st of December, which of course was 2 days ago. I would not be finished until the 1st or 2nd of January. Of course, my goal was to get finished in November. I did not. While I don't want to necessarily rush Infinite Uppercut, I also don't want to be spending that much longer working on this, considering A, this close to the end, and B, I really want to start actually drawing for my new comic. And I've made a vow to myself not to start drawing or anything until I actually finish Uppercut. It's been hard enough not actually sitting down and typing out script and story ideas so far. I've royally failed at that, but I'm trying not to draw and do this at the same time. It's getting really hard. So what I've already done is I've gotten a few pages of Uppercut done ahead of schedule, or at least ahead of that plan that I just showed you, because I don't want, or showed you, that I just told you about, because I don't want to be working on this in January. Absolutely not. So I've already gotten a few pages ahead of schedule. As of right now, I'm looking at December 29th or 8th. I have to recount, and I don't feel like doing it right this second, but I know it's either 29th or the 28th. And like I said, that was considering I got a page done every single day. What I'm currently plotting in my mind is to see if I can actually aim for 2 pages a day. A, because that would be a lot more efficient, and B, I just kind of want to push myself to see how much I can get done in a day. It's been very difficult, but it's still been a fun exercise nonetheless. I'm starting to realize that left to my own devices, I may or may not, or not may not, I'm going to always get work done because I'm always going to be working on my comic or something, but I'll always find a way to struggle or procrastinate when I just leave things open-ended in my mind. But if I give myself a deadline, I seem to always find a way to get things accomplished, especially things that I don't really think I'm capable of. I don't know why I function this way. I need to figure it out and stop that, or at least find a better way to sort of plot things out in my mind so I can actually get work done. But all this being said, I still plan on getting another comic study video out pretty soon, just because I haven't really stopped and working on, or not working on, but getting ready to start doing my new comic and just trying to get ideas, which I think I'm beginning to get an art style, or at least how I think I want the comic to look together in my mind. It's also going to require me to actually start working on pages differently, which I'm kind of looking forward to. Hopefully this will be more efficient than what I've been doing in the past. I'll see how it works when I'm actually plotting that in Photoshop, but we'll see. I might be able to still get away with doing this in Studio Paint, but I really want to look at the old Mortal Kombat comics, and it's been so long since I've actually read those comics anyways, so it gives me an excuse to study it and read it at the same time. And I've never actually finished the whole series either. Not that I'm going to do that in a video, but I just want to really break down those Tobias comics. Also taking a good look at my script too for this final chapter of Infinite Uppercut. I've just from going through the sort of shonen mangas that I've been looking at, just as reference and inspiration, paying attention to how they handle doing action scenes and whatnot, I started to take note that I could really streamline the end of this comic, to say the least, so that it wouldn't be as long as I initially thought that it would be. So I actually cut down quite a few unnecessary pages of this comic. And the story actually pieces itself together a lot better, because honestly I think I had too much going on for the end of the comic, so I'm glad I figured that out. I honestly feel a lot more confident about the comic now. And I've been picking up on like little techniques and stuff to try to see if I can pull off with Uppercut in preparation for this. Is weird. Uppercut has almost become like my experimental comic in my final chapter because I'm just ideas and stuff that I get, like I'm just trying stuff out. And what do I really have to lose at this point? So it's going to be very interesting to see how this chapter reads when I get finished with it. But I also have way more panels at the end of this chapter than I normally do. Stuck on what color I want the background to be. I'll leave it there. Which this is going to be a challenge too, sort of dealing with the holiday season, Christmas and all this other stuff in the midst of trying to get this comic finished. It's not necessarily going to be the first time I've had to sort of grind it out during holiday season, but honestly, now that I sit here and think about it, I may just be very well putting unnecessary pressure on myself. Just messed that up. Let's see here. I think because I got so much work done in that one, I mentally don't think I've gotten past the 100 days of making comics challenge, just because I haven't really been able, and I've tried, I've given it the old college try, but I haven't been able to work at the same pace that I was doing then. I don't know why. Trying to continue to work, like getting a page a day done, I ended up burning out completely at one point in November. I don't know, I just mentally have not been able to shake that actual challenge and being able to get that much done. Because in my mind, if I was able to work at that pace for I don't know how many months, like why can't I get the end of this comic done in such a time? But I think like I'm still working, getting the same amount done in a short period of time. Like I'm not looking at the fact that I've still got, well, we're still talking like in the span of what, from July 1st is when I started that challenge to, let's say for argument's sake that I was to finish through December, that would still be the last 3 chapters of my comic in 6 months, which is pretty good for me. So I don't know, maybe I'm making a bigger deal out of all this in my mind than I need to be. I think the problem with me really is that I haven't been able to efficiently get work done with Uppercut because I've been thinking too much about my next comic because I have so many ideas and stuff. I'm not focused at all. So my mind just probably said enough and just shut down on me after a while. And it's reasons like this that I always tell myself, like, this is why I don't want to be working on 2 comics at one time. In some way, shape, form, or fashion, something's always going to suffer. At least in my mind it will. And in this case, it's starting to become Uppercut, which is also a catch-22. It's like the more ideas I get for my new comic, the more that I want to just sit down and start working on it. And especially like there are periods of time where just I'll have a full day where ideas will just be flowing to me. And I really want to start working on that instead of focusing on what I need to be doing for Uppercut. And I don't know how this is going to sound, but it is what it is. I'll just in my mind be like, I don't know if I want to keep working on Uppercut anymore. And then it's like, stop that, focus. It's like my other ideas are so good. It's like, I kind of don't even want to work on this anymore. It's like, get out of that train of thought. Because then the next thing I know, I'll stop working on Uppercut. I'll be working on the new comic. I'll get burnt out or tired from that, or have days where I don't feel like working with that one. And then I'll magically want to start working on Uppercut again. It's like, no, we're not playing that game with the mind right now. By the way, I don't know if everything I'm saying right now just sounds like pure insanity to anyone else. This is how my mind works, and this is what I go through on a regular basis. I would appreciate it if someone has similar thought patterns to me. Make me know that I'm not crazy. Okay, why does that keep happening? Am I accidentally clicking stroke path? Because I don't think that I am. Also, I always talk about having angles of environments and whatnot, having like pre-made assets to use for the comic, just to make things a little easier on yourself. And of course, I do that for the vast majority of Infinite Uppercut, and I get to the final chapter, to the finale of my story. I'm at the end, and I'm drawing in an environment that I don't have mapped out and I don't have many different views of. Amazing. Now, all this time in the last chapter is when I do this to myself. Which, now that I think out loud, is still pretty early in the day. I want to still get this video out, but there is a chance that I may be able to squeeze 2 more pages in a day. Oh, don't necessarily need that color palette anymore. Okay. Edit this just because this is bothering me a lot. Oh, that's not the right layer. There we go. Anyways, I'm out. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And you all have a good one. And I'm out. Again, I don't know why I said that twice.